The gospel is the only hope for humanity. And Emmanuel Global is our effort to take that gospel to the world. And your part in our missions efforts makes a huge difference. Your prayers, your financial generosity have traveled the globe. See, the foundation for our foreign engagement this past year is our monthly support for 39 foreign missionaries in 25 different countries. That includes supporting 5 new missionaries to foreign fields since last October. Every one of these missionaries is doing fruitful kingdom work, preaching the gospel, baptizing, making disciples, and planting other churches. And in addition to this monthly support, we were privileged to invest into 5 special projects. Last year, the Zimmer family, missionaries to Palau, visited Emmanuel and shared their vision. This year alone, they averaged over 130 in weekly attendance, and 20 people have believed in Jesus, many of which are now being baptized and discipled. As a church, we were able to help meet a huge need in their church. Recently, God graciously provided a school cafeteria where their church can meet weekly, and we were able to give $1,000 towards what they call their Church on the Move project and help them purchase a portable church, complete with a sound system, a screen, projector, and seating. Church on the Move is live now, and it's a thriving hub of gospel preaching and teaching. Projects 2 and 3 both took place in the country of Mexico. Just 3 years ago, we helped plant Gracia Abundante with Pastor Josue Ortiz and his wife Rebecca. This year, that church began hosting 2 morning services to accommodate all the growth that they're experiencing. And the Ortizes celebrated their 3rd anniversary service with over 216 people in attendance. This past year, we invested a $4,000 gift from our church for their strategic ministry development. Things like live stream equipment, training local pastors, hiring and training church staff, and then purchasing computers, equipment, and so much more. Presently, the Ortizes are planning for meeting space improvements and eventually a relocation to a larger meeting place. What God has done at Gracia Abundante is a miracle, and we are thankful to be a part. Our 3rd project was the building renovation and expansion of Roca Eterna in San Andreas, Mexico. This church is pastored actually by Josue Ortiz's father, Eduardo, and our gift of $3,500 was invested in a huge construction project that expanded their seating capacity by 30%. Project number 4 was in the country of Honduras. Pastor Kerry was able to spend 3 days with the Goins family in their thriving work in Honduras. And during this time, the Goins hosted a missionary refreshment retreat where several dozen missionaries and local pastors and their families were encouraged, taught the Bible, developed, and equipped. And since that time, we've begun partnering with the Goins family on a monthly basis in support of their work, which includes a thriving local church, a children's home, and a new surgical center in partnership with Medical Missions Outreach. Finally, we invested in 2 significant ways in the country of Guatemala, where Pastor Kerry's brother Mark leads a thriving gospel ministry of education and discipleship. Our media team visited Guatemala twice with cameras and gear for the purpose of telling the story of what God is doing in the village of Buena Vista. The result of these visits were 2 powerful videos inviting others to invest monthly support into the work of Deep Stream Ministries. During one of these visits, Pastor Kerry and the team were also privileged to meet with several other missionaries, the Goins family, the Edmondson family, the Schmidt family, and the Ortiz family, to spend some time training the local pastor and also prayerfully planning future gospel ministry in Central America. This report is just the tip of the iceberg. You see, time does not permit us to share all the stories of what God is doing with the 39 foreign missionaries in which we are engaged with. What facilitates this work in so many places in so many profound ways? It's your faithful engagement and investment here at home. You see, a strong Emmanuel infuses life and strength into each and every one of these works. So how can you be even more a part? First, you can pray that God will increase His work in each of these places. Second, you can give. Prayerfully consider your next year's missions giving in light of all that God is doing. And thirdly, you can visit the foreign field. You see, today we're excited to announce 2 foreign missions trips that are coming up. In 2020, we're visiting Mexico. In 2021, we're going to be visiting Honduras. Each of these trips will be approximately 7 days and cost less than about $1,500 a person. For more information, you can come to our missions meeting today, right after the 11 o'clock service, or see Pastor Stephen. Aren't you so excited about what God is doing on the foreign field? Continue to pray and give. We'll see you next week.